Nearly 4 decades, countless investigations, hundreds of crores spent, and one of India's biggest political controversies has finally reached its legal end. The Supreme Court has now closed the last remaining chapter of the Bofors scandal by dismissing the final petition in the case, bringing an end to a legal battle that shaped Indian politics for almost 40 years. But while the courts have closed the case, has the political debate around Bofors really ended? Well, here is the full story. The Supreme Court has dismissed the final appeal challenging the Delhi High Court's 2005 order, which had quashed proceedings against the Hinduja brothers and Swedish arms manufacturer AB Bofors. A bench of Justice J.B. and Justice K. Vinod Chandran ruled that the matter no longer required further hearing, effectively bringing the nearly 40-year-old case to a legal close. The controversy began in 1986 when the Government of India signed a rupee 1,437 crore defence deal with Swedish company AB Bofors for the purchase of 155mm howitzer guns. And a year later, in April 1987, Swedish radio alleged that illegal commissions and kickbacks had been paid in order to secure the contract. Well, the allegations triggered one of independent India's biggest political scandals and turned Bofors into a symbol of alleged corruption in defence procurement. The Rajiv Gandhi-led Congress government strongly denied the allegations. Rajiv Gandhi consistently maintained that neither he nor his government had accepted any kickbacks. He was never charge-sheeted in the case and no court have ever convicted him. However, politically, the controversy caused immense damage and is widely considered one of the major reasons behind the Congress party's defeat in the 1989 Lok Sabha elections. Although the investigation continued for decades and the case steadily weakened because of insufficient evidence, procedural delays and difficulties in obtaining reliable documents from abroad. In 2005, the Delhi High Court ruled that the CBI had failed to produce credible evidence in order to support its allegations. The court also observed that several documents obtained from Sweden had not been properly authenticated and could not be relied upon. Investigators were unable to establish a direct link between the alleged kickbacks and the accused. And as the years passed, the prosecution's case became even weaker, and key witnesses became unavailable. Several accused passed away, and repeated attempts to obtain evidence from foreign nations failed, making successful prosecution increasingly difficult. Well, even in recent years, the CBI attempted to revive the investigation, and it approached American investigator Michael, who had claimed in 2017 that the original Bofors probe had been influenced by the government of the day. However, despite seeking documents from him, Interpol and US authorities, no fresh evidence emerged, and in 2025, the agency also sent a letter rogatory through an Indian court seeking judicial assistance from the United States of America, but that effort too failed in order to produce any substantial material. The investigation itself also faced criticism, as reports indicate that nearly rupee 250 crore was spent on the probe, yet investigators failed to gather evidence strong enough to secure convictions. The Supreme Court had earlier questioned why the CBI delayed filing its appeal by more than 12 years, that is 4,522 days, without providing a satisfactory explanation. Courts also criticized the agency for relying on incomplete and unverified foreign documents. And with the Supreme Court's latest order, the legal proceedings have finally come to an end, and the court has neither reopened the allegations nor delivered any fresh findings on whether kickbacks were actually paid. It simply ruled that no legal grounds remain to continue the proceedings after decades of investigations and failed legal attempts. However, while the legal chapter has ended, the political legacy of Bofors continues, and for decades the controversy has been used by opposition parties, particularly the BJP, to target the Congress and the Gandhi family over allegations of corruption. Political analysts describe Bofors as a turning point that transformed corruption into a major electoral issue, strengthened the anti-Congress movement led by VP Singh, and changed the way defence deals came to be viewed in India. So after nearly 40 years, the Bofors case has finally reached its judicial conclusion. Legally, the matter is now closed, but politically, Bofors remains one of the most enduring symbols in India's history, and its legacy is likely to continue surfacing in political debates and election campaigns for years to come. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.